So, did I lose my shirt when I purchased the 2024 Toyota Tacoma? What's the trade-in value or the cash buyout value if I was to go ahead and, let's say, get rid of it and get something else? We're going to run through the numbers, but real quick before I get to that, a quick shout out to LasFit. I recently did a video. I put in some new floor mats. You guys can see right here. This is what they look like after a little bit of use. Still look nice and new, and even collecting all the little stones and pebbles as opposed to being on my carpet. Got them in the back too. I'll show you those real quick. Let's unlock. Nice one-piece floor mat all the way across. Awesome back there. And then even better, we have a bed mat back here that fits perfectly in the back of the truck and even gave me spaces to cut out so I could expose the tie downs if I wanted. Awesome product, highly recommend. There is a link down below if you want to pick them up along with a discount code RobMotive for 15% off. Now, let's talk about the trade-in value on my 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Okay, so what is my 2024 Toyota Tacoma really worth? For instance, if I was just to try to sell it to one of those online buyers, you know, Carvana, maybe CarMax, maybe Kelley Blue Book, any one of them. And what I did is I went out to 3 different sites. I went to Carvana, I went out to Kelley, and I also went to CarMax just to get kind of an idea of what they all say my 2024 Tacoma is worth. So let's jump right in. First of all, I went to CarMax, plugged in all the pertinent information, the options, even my license plate or VIN number or whatever, just to get as accurate a number as I possibly could. Carvana gave me a number of $35,800. Now, a little caveat to that. If you were to do a trade-in, then they say that my truck would be worth about $2,500 more. So apparently, they'll give you more money if you're going to trade your car in with them and pick something else up. I guess it must be all about profit margins and stuff. But anyway, $35,800. Now, I paid for this truck a little over $43,000, something like that. I used $43,500 because I couldn't remember the exact number, but for these purposes, it's close enough. So that means I would have lost $7,700 if I was to sell my truck to Carvana right now, given their offer number. Next up, I went to Kelley Blue Book. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, Kelley is old, their numbers aren't any good. Since when did experience become a bad thing? Kelley Blue Book has been around for a long time. I can remember, I think it was actually called Kelley Black Book, that the dealerships used to use to value your trade-in when you took your car in. I don't know. But anyway, I went to Kelley as well. Kelley quoted me a number of $800, that'd be something, wouldn't it? $42,110. I guess you can guess where I'm going if I was going to sell my truck, right? $42,110. Given my number, my buy number of $43,500, that would mean that I lost $890 if I was to sell my truck to Kelley right now. Next up, the last one, and this one was disappointing of all 3. I went out to CarMax. You know, CarMax has an option where you can pull up your vehicle and get a quote from them as well, and you go and put in all the information. It takes a couple of minutes, right? Well, it was a couple of minutes of my life that was wasted, because when I got done and I hit the final button, it gave me a message telling me that I needed to come in to see them, that they needed to look at my truck. They gave me no money. They no-quoted it. You know, I used to work in the purchasing field, I guess, and there was nothing worse, especially when you're looking for something you really need and you get a no-quote on it. Same kind of feeling I got with this CarMax no-quote. What a drag. So anyway, they gave me nothing. So 2 numbers, $35,800 or $42,110. Now, I was curious because, of course, the chatter out there is that the third generation is worth more money. You can get a lot more money for your third gen. So I thought, all right, I'm going to plug in a 2023 third generation Tacoma Sport, the same as what I have now. And if you didn't know, what I've got now is a 2024 TRD Sport, and it is the two-wheel drive, and it is pretty lightly equipped. I don't have a lot of stuff on this truck, honestly. So anyway, I went back to Kelly, plugged in all of the same information as if I had a 2023 Tacoma, and they gave me a price of $37,023. That's what they would give me for my fake 2023 TRD Sport. Now, that is a difference of $5,087 in comparing it to the $42,000, I believe that's the number I used, $42,110. So my 2023 would actually be worth about $5,000 some odd dollars less than what my 2024 is. Now, I would have expected, if you listen to all the hype and the chatter out there, to have gotten a number somewhere around $39,000, maybe even $40,000, certainly no less than $38,000 for a 2023. But you see, that's just not true. Now, maybe it was a few months ago when the Gen 4 came out and there was such an outcry for people who didn't want the fourth gen, maybe artificially increasing the value of the Gen 3s. I don't know. But it seems that that number has dropped, because $37,023, and that was for a car with only, I think I plugged in 5,000 miles. So it would have had pretty low miles on it as well. It's not like I was hurt by plugging in high mileage or something. So a little bit disappointing, maybe not really surprising though. So anyway, that's what my truck is worth. If I was to trade it in now at Kelly, $42,110. Actually, not a bad price. When I say trade it in, I mean sell it outright for cash, right? I mean, if Kelly were to give me $42,110, I actually would be doing pretty darn well. So for those out there that say that, you know, the truck isn't worth anything, you paid all this money for it. And there's one other thing I want to say about that. You know, I didn't pay a premium price for this truck. When I bought it, I did not pay any dealer markups or any of that business like some of the places were charging. So just to let you know, I think I got a pretty good price on it, particularly if I indeed only lost about $890, right? I think that's pretty darn good. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this. Anything surprising for you, or was it pretty much right about where you thought it would be? I'd just be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.